In 2016, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare players were graced with the horrid pile of dog shit that is Moonbase Z and Lunar Landing, but who the fuck cares about that map? And 10 years later, there's now someone on the internet screaming about how Moonbase Z is the worst map in all of gaming history. Not just Garden Warfare history, gaming history. The worst map, period. Moonbase Z fucking sucks. Holy shit. I have never played on a video game map so horribly designed in my entire life. Let me explain one thing about this map that every Garden Warfare player should absolutely fucking hate. Low gravity. The idea of low gravity isn't really that bad of an idea, by itself of course. And in some combat games, low gravity can actually be really fun to deal with. For example, in Fortnite, there are multiple game modes where it just changes the rules of Battle Royale. That Epic Games is too stupid to re-release nowadays. I don't know why. Epic Games, please bring back LTMs. It will make the community really happy. Also, fire Tim Sweeney. But the reason why people love modes that had that stupid gimmick is because it wasn't forced onto everyone. If you wanted to deal with it, you could. If you didn't want to, you could just play regular Battle Royale. In Garden Warfare, if the game chooses Lunar Landing or Moonbase Z, you're forced to deal with the low gravity that the map gives. Whenever low gravity is enabled, it just turns the game from actually, fun to who can camp the hardest, Cactus or Deadbeard, and which one can jerk off to Solar Flare the hardest. Because Moonbase Z starts you off on the low gravity section with way too many open sight lines and sniping positions, it is literally just a game of who can camp the hardest while jerking off to Solar Flare. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually just started linking it to Solar Flare in the middle of a game because it was that fucking boring. Do you not know how boring it is to watch a Deadbeard just sit there and shoot at planets that are 20 fucking miles away? If you can name a boring thing, that cannot be as boring as playing Moonbase Z while you have a max rank playing Captain Deadbeard on your team. The times where no Deadbeard exists, it's actually somewhat fun. You don't have people just constantly dying left and right because Deadbeard basically has infinite sight lines for him to kill people from. But when there is a Deadbeard, it just becomes boring. It just becomes a stalemate. 7 minutes of back and forth dog shit with no progress being made, while the max rank playing Deadbeard on your team continues to jerk off to Solar Flare. It's fucking boring. I wish there was a system in the game that allowed you to skip maps in rotation, or at least just skip around in rotation. Like if X amount of players in the lobby agrees that this round should be skipped, skip the round. But because there's 2 turf rounds in mixed mode all the fucking time, it would have to be done twice. In fact, that's another thing I fucking hate about Moonbase Z. Whenever it comes up in mixed mode, I have to suffer it for 2 fucking rounds. There have been multiple instances where I have been playing the game, get Moonbase Z, and actually consider just leaving the game because I got Moonbase Z. Not because of the players in it, but because of Moonbase Z itself. That map is abysmal dog shit. That map fucking sucks. And I'm only talking about the first point. I haven't even talked about the second, third, fourth, or fifth point. The 6th point, it's goated, but holy shit, it is buried under a pile of shit. Pile of steaming, hot, flaming dog shit. Let's actually get into why the rest of the points, except the 6th one, are just absolute dog shit. The 2nd point is just a suburban area, right? But the problem is, there are so many fucking sniping points that the planets essentially control because of where they're located. The zombies have no sniping positions whatsoever, and at the same time, they spawn way too fucking far away from the point for them to actually be able to prevent it from being captured. And at the same time, it is heavily rigged for the plants because both the sniping positions that the zombies could theoretically snipe at have plant teleporters behind them, which means the moment the plant teleporter gets secured, that place immediately becomes a fucking plant sniping point. Not to mention, there's just always some druid rose or cactus standing on that sniping point, constantly killing imp scientists whatever the hell was on the ground, racking up kills without having to move their fucking right thumbstick or mouse while being able to jerk off the solar flare at the same time. Conveniently, all max ranks as well. Then the third point is the complete fucking opposite. In fact, you might as well not even build the teleporter on the third point. Wanna know why? It's only a few units forward compared to where you spawn. To the side, yeah, it's significantly to the side, but forward, just barely. In some instances, you're just better off walking to the fucking point because no one's gonna be focusing on you. Then there's the fact that the point, it has way too many sniping positions for specifically the zombies. And on top of that, it is rigged for the zombies because of the layout. That massive ass diner that the point is located at, the zombies spawn right behind it, and they're intended to use that diner as a sniping position. And because half of them just tend to sit up there all the time, it effectively is just rigged for the fucking zombies. Let's also talk about a glitch that you can do as every zombie except Hovergo. If you get goatified or enter a mech in the low gravity sections and then enter a high gravity section, you will retain low gravity. And get this, that could be exploited with Imp and Super Brains to get to positions no character is meant to be able to get to in normal gameplay. And it's only doable on Moonbase Z and Lunar Landing, so effectively, Lunar Landing also fucking sucks. Then we have the fourth point, which somehow out of all of the points is the best one, even though it has the biggest death pit in the entire game, minus oceans. And all I'm gonna say is there's literally only one sniping position, it's somewhat rigged for the plants, and somehow it is the best non-safe point on Moonbase Z. Then there's the fifth point, which might as well just be a mix of way too many obstacles, way too many sniping points, and way too many sightlines that are at the same time cut off by the amount of obstacles. Oh yeah, include low gravity in that. Hey, at least the teleporters actually get you somewhere. And I don't know why, that like half the time, the point is just rigged for the plants, but then if someone immediately swaps to Deadbeard or Camo Ranger, it becomes rigged for zombies. Even if there's someone playing Camo Cactus sitting at the back of the map or playing Rose. Remember how I said the final point on Moonbase Z is a gem buried under a steaming hot pile of dog shit? Yeah, that point has its own issues. For starters, you could just get under the map as All-Star and cheat. And for some reason, Garden Warfare players don't seem to understand that the literal definition of cheat in cheating is to act dishonestly or unfairly in order to gain an advantage, especially in a game or examination. And if you somehow don't think it's unfair for an all-star to glitch under the map so that they can't die, then you might be fucking brain dead. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. If you don't think it's cheating to go under the map as all-star, you're just a fucking idiot. You can't use Twilight or Rainbow Warp to get under the map because they have no blending. And unfortunately, it's something that's never going to get fixed because this game's last content update was in 2019. So effectively speaking, if you glitch under the map as All-Star, you are cheating because there's literally no way for people to deal with you. Fun little fact, but back when my foot was sprained in February and I had to play on my dad's Xbox so that I could actually play Garden Warfare 2, I came across someone that got fed up with me killing them a bunch in the previous match and decided to glitch under the map so that they could target me as Golfstar. I was playing Fire Chomper. They were playing All-Star. Literally just switched to Electrician. How much of a skill issue do you have to fucking cheat because you got bin-bagged by a Chomper a bunch? If you didn't have the mental capacity to swap to an Electrician or another engineer, you have a fucking skill issue. I'm putting that guy's name up on the screen as well because, you are a fucking pussy! Holy voice crack. I have come to make an announcement. Moonbase Z is a bitch-ass motherfucker. It pissed on my fucking wife. That's right, Moonbase Z took its quilly fucking dick out and pissed on my fucking wife. It said its dick was this big. And I said, that's disgusting! So I'm making a call-up post on my X.com, formerly Twitter. Fuck you, Elon Musk! Retard! Moonbase Z, you have a small dick. It's the size of this walnut, but smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dick looks like. That's right, baby. All point, no quills, no pillows. Look at that. It looks like 2 balls in the bong. It fucked my fucking wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck Lunar Landing. That's right, this is what you get. My epic Lunar Landing fucking skills. Except I'm not just fucking Lunar Landing, I'm gonna go higher. I'm fucking Mars. How do you like that, Moonbase Z? I'm fucking Mars, you idiot. You have 23 hours before I come to fuck you as well. Now get on my fucking site before I fuck you too. TLDR again, I hate Moonbase Z. It fucked my fucking wife. It is the worst map, period.